It's been a long time since Chrysler has offered a competitive small car. Early in its life cycle, the bubbly Neon was a pretty compelling choice, but it quickly fell behind the field in its second generation. After the company's experiment with noble gases came the star-crossed Caliber, a product that went nowhere faster than actress Tara Reid's career, and yes, it really was that awful, and we're not gonna talk about it. But now the reinvigorated Pentastar brand is targeting the consumer bullseye with Dodge's new Dart. Does this car hit the target, or is it just another lamentable Chrysler compact? Really? Bullseye? Who writes this shit? This right here is the performance-themed and range-topping GT model. It's one of 5 different trim levels that are available on the Dart. Now, chances are the first thing you're going to notice about this particular car is the paint, and that color is called Header Orange, and I absolutely love it. It's one of several extroverted colors that are available on the Dart. They've got a baby blue as well as something called Citrus Peel, which is a yellow that's brighter than Fukushima sunflowers. Unlike the Cinderblock-inspired Caliber, I find the Dart's exterior quite handsome, though its front end does remind me of a scowling catfish. You can decide for yourself if you like the way it looks. Here are its vital stats. Given the company's tie-up with Fiat, the Dart rides on an enlarged version of the Alfa Romeo Giulietta's architecture. As a result, it feels extremely sturdy and well-built. GT models are hauled around by a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder Tigershark engine. You're telling me this multi-air equipped power plant puts out a competitive 184 ponies and 171 pound-feet of torque. Now that's more giddy-up than you can get in a Toyota Corolla, Hyundai Elantra, or Nissan Sentra sedan, though it does fall short of performance options like the Volkswagen Jetta GLI or Ford Focus ST hatchback. 2 other engines are also offered, including a forgettable 2-liter base unit and a snarly 1.4 turbo. Likewise, 2 transmissions are available, a 6-speed manual and an automatic with the same number of gears. Our test car is equipped with the latter option, but more on that in a few moments. Base price for a Dart SE, the most affordable version of this car, is right about $17,000, including $995 in shipping and handling fees. The top-of-the-line GT model I've been testing stickers for more than 24 grand. Now, when it comes to fuel efficiency, this version of the Dart isn't terribly thrifty. It stickers at 21 miles per gallon city and 30 on the highway, making for a combined score of 24 mpg. The considerably larger and V6-powered Toyota Avalon is actually more efficient. Ouch! In the Dart's defense, though, opting for a manual transmission does up the numbers considerably, and then there is the Aero model as well, which stickers at up to 41 mpg on the highway. Now, those numbers and facts are all well and good, but it is frickin' freezing cold out here. Let's talk about the Dart's interior. Ooh, it's like a tropical breeze in here. All that quality just warms my heart like a pint of scotch. Well, from the first pull of an exterior door handle, it should be immediately obvious that the Dart is not some chintzy compact car. Well, technically, according to the EPA, it's actually a mid-size car, but who's counting? This is a very well-engineered vehicle, and its cabin is very nicely finished and loaded with cool technology. Uconnect is about the easiest infotainment system on the market to use, though as I've mentioned in the past, it looks way too cartoonish. And then there's a massive reconfigurable display in the instrument cluster. Beyond that technology, our GT car also has dual-zone climate control, a navigation system, and much more. And one nifty feature of this car is found right under your nose, or more specifically under the front passenger's ass, because if you look carefully, the lower cushion here actually lifts up, revealing a storage cubby. It's great for stashing small items out of sight, and all you heroin addicts out there are gonna love this. And you'll thoroughly enjoy the Dart GT's drive. It's got a sport-tuned suspension, 18-inch aluminum wheels, and integrated dual exhaust that barks quite a bit when you rev the engine. So, on the road, this car is surprisingly fun, and again, it really does feel very sturdy. Now, that GT suspension is quite firm, and you're definitely going to feel bumps, potholes, and imperfections in the road, but the Dart can brush them off with an almost BMW level of refinement. And when is the last time you could compare a Chrysler small car to a Bimmer? Never! Also, the Dart steering is worth mentioning. It's pretty heavy and quite quick, which means this car will dive into corners with enthusiasm. And I gotta say, it also tracks about as straight as a laser beam when you're going down the road. It doesn't really seem to be affected by either crowns in the road or crosswinds. It goes right where you're pointing it. Acceleration from the 2.4-liter MultiAir engine is as you'd expect. The car moves, but the power plant doesn't really stand out in any particular way. Yes, it's pretty quiet. Yes, it's pretty refined, but it mostly just goes about its business. However, what is outstanding about the Dart GT's powertrain is its 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, this gearbox is built in South Korea, of all places, by Hyundai, and it is simply great. When you're driving around town, for instance, at slow speeds, it'll slur the upshifts like your drunken uncle on New Year's Eve. But if you're nailing the throttle, driving this car hard, it'll bang off gear changes almost as quickly as a dual clutch automatic, and it is a truly outstanding transmission. So it's nice to drive, and it's got a fantastic automatic transmission, but how well does the Dart GT stack up to some of its competitors? Well, I would say that it's a lot more appealing than a Nissan Sentra or that redesigned Honda Civic, but it's not quite as accomplished as the brand new Mazda 3, which is an excellent little car. Overall, I'd rate this vehicle about on par with an up-level Ford Focus sedan, which is nothing to sneeze at, although the Focus has been on the market now for at least a couple of years. Now, the Dart is an excellent small car. It's not best in class, but that's something we haven't been able to say about a Chrysler C-segment vehicle in literally a decade or more. For more on this review and others like it, visit autoguide.com. You know, more gesturing can be good if you know how to use it. What is this? Do you see this? What is autoguide? What is? You take your damn hands off her, Biff. You rolling? Okay.